Hey, it's the coach and the columnist. Yes, that's what we coined many years ago when he was writing for the newspaper, and he's gone to another avenue. But it's a Thursday night with the coach and the columnist for the Prep Sports Report. Well, buddy, how's it going?
It's going good. I actually took my son to play golf this afternoon. Did not realize the wind was blowing 30 miles an hour. So that was an interesting experience for Jack and I to play. But we're blessed that we're healthy and we're getting through this shutdown. And I hope everyone that's listening. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who's going through this and anybody who's been affected, certainly by the virus. And like I said, our family, thank goodness, we're getting through it, and certainly looking forward to the end of it, so we can get back to some live sports. I'll tell you that I miss it.
It's definitely crazy without sports. Yeah, the family's doing good. Everybody's doing what they got to do. There's social distancing, and it's working out well. And like you said, everybody's going to start coming out now. I mean, Tybee Island, the beach is going to be open. I wonder what that's going to be like. The golf courses have been open, and we don't hear any crazy stories from the golf course. So that's been a big plus.
Golf has been, at least for our family, golf for my son, my 11-year-old, has been a real blessing during this experience. Jack has played quite a bit of golf, and actually, he's going to play golf tournaments this weekend. U.S. Kids Golf, our local tour that's run by Paul Johnson, who's the head pro at Mary Calder Golf Club. They've been given the green light to play golf tournaments, so we're going to play 2 golf tournaments this weekend. One will be at Henderson Golf Club, and the other will be at Savannah Harbor, which is where we were hit by the tornado today. It's been, I know Bacon Park Golf Club has been unbelievably busy these past few weeks, and I think it's just been a blessing for people to be able to escape and get outside. Again, observing proper social distancing, and it's different. You can't touch the flag. There's no rakes in the bunkers. There's no water on the golf course. You don't shake hands after the round, which is pretty unusual. But yeah, golf has been a blessing for a lot of people during this entire thing.
Can't touch the garbage cans either.
No, you can't touch anything.
So,
but I'll tell you, and I know you're like this. I was really excited to see that the Georgia High School Association put out those football schedules earlier this week. That gave me some hope, and it was a ray of sunshine, if you will, for everybody, just to think that, okay, maybe we'll get back to normal here, by the time it's time to kick off football season.
Well, the executive director for Georgia High School State Association, Robert Hines, had a big article in the AJC. He really thinks that we're going to be able to start going back in June, but he's not going to open it up to the areas that are lesser affected by the virus. He said it has to be an even playing field. And Steve, Atlanta has so many people and so many schools. So until we see the cases leveling off where everybody's on an even playing field, I don't know when they're going to open it, but he's hoping that they open it up by June. I mean, the directive was to wait till May 15th, and we're only 2 weeks away. But kids are out there. They're working on their own. They're in the garage. They're also working in groups, because I heard there were a couple of groups at Daffin Park throwing a football around today. So the kids are getting antsy too. I mean, they're trying to keep in shape. They're doing the right thing, and coaches are meeting them on Zoom meetings and giving them workouts. So, you know what? We're getting there, but it has to be an even playing field. The cases have to be coming down, not going up.
Yeah, and Carl, like you said, it was a moment of hope to see that, and then certainly, like everybody else, we just got to play it day by day. And I hope the commissioner's right. I hope that we're able to send the kids back and start on time and do all the things that we normally do at this time of year. I kind of pray for it every day, to be honest with you, just to get back to normal.
And it's a Thursday night edition of the Prep Sports Report. It's the coach and the columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks. And we're talking about local prep sports, what's going here in the local area. And big award today, two big announcements today. First, of course, last night, about 12 midnight, Dennis Knight wrote a great article on the 67th Ashley Deering Award. You've been in this town longer than I have.
Yep.
I mean, it's a really, really prestigious award. And I mean, great kid. I mean, there were like 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids that were really neck and neck. And it goes to Gavin Stewart. You know, his brother won it twice. His sister won the Hollis Stacy Award twice. It's got to be pretty special for that young man, Gavin Stewart.
Well, and I would think, in particular, you know, his grandfather, Jim Walsh, just passed away not too long ago. I think it's probably an emotional time for the family, and it's an unbelievable honor. And their family has certainly had such an incredible amount of success in athletics in our area. Sarah and Gavin and Brad, and of course Brad at Georgia Tech, and I guess Gavin's heading up to Georgia Tech. Going to try to play football up there as well. It's amazing that much talent could be concentrated in one family. It's a tremendous honor, and obviously, there was a lot of pressure on that. I'm sure that young man to follow in the footsteps of his father, his grandfather, his sister, his brother. And he went out and performed and certainly had tremendous success in multiple sports. And you're right, the Deering Award is synonymous with excellence, and you'll never be forgotten if you win that award here in Savannah.
67 years strong. You got in 1954, way back when, that Ashley Deering, former car salesman, but a big advocate of high school sports. It's a shame though. We don't have the Ashley Deering Award anymore at Armstrong State, Armstrong Atlantic, because there's nobody shooting free throws over there anymore.
Yeah, that is a shame, actually. That was a nice honor that they did every year. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of a drag. Maybe one day they'll come up with the Georgia Southern Armstrong or some way for that campus to have live sports again, because there was a lot of good sports out there. Not only basketball, but certainly the baseball team and Mike Butler's golf teams were outstanding. We hosted a national championship, tournament here, Division II, out at Savannah Harbor. And Savannah Quarters hosted Armstrong, I think in a regional or something like that. So yeah, it's a shame Armstrong is not doing live sports anymore. There's a lot of good sports that came out of Armstrong.
I mean, and you've been around here longer than I have, and there's nothing more famous than the Ashley Deering Award. And it's a kid that plays 3 sports now, very very rare. And I got to send out congratulations to Trent Broadnex from BC, who finished 2nd. Sam Brown from New Hampshire finished 3rd. Thomas Carver and Jalen Wells have beach tied for 4th place. I mean, and it's something special because the athletic directors vote on it, and I guess they concur with their coaches, but also the media has a say in it, so it makes it pretty special. Yeah,
it's exactly the kind of thing that you and I want to celebrate. Through the Prep Sports Report, bring more information about not only the athletes but also the history of the award, like you were sharing about Mr. Deering and the things that have happened here in Savannah. And I think this is one of those moments in our calendar every year that we look forward to, and we get back to talking about normalcy. Hopefully next year, this time we'll be at a banquet somewhere, broadcasting live on the Prep Sports Report from the Deering Award banquet, rather than in my bedroom and wherever you are.
I'm sitting in my little old kid's bedroom. It's 10 by 10, and now it's my little room where I got to do things.
There you go.
I can't hang out at the kitchen table anymore.
Next year we'll be down at the Westin, and we'll be at the Deering Award ceremony, because it is a big moment in our community every single year, and it is, again, it's another thing for us to celebrate on the Prep Sports Report. And by the way, I got to tell you, in the first week of the PrepSportsReport.com, the new and improved Prep Sports Report, I have been blown away by how much feedback we've gotten and how many stories we've been able to share. I think I believe the community is really responding to the new format and things like that. And I've heard a lot of nice things about the website and the way we're doing things. And that's certainly a tribute to you, Carl. This whole thing, you built this thing up into something really special. And there's a lot of good stories out there, man. And we're telling some of them.
And, I've been here for 25 years. I come from an area where you didn't get any coverage because there were so many schools. And
Right.
Coming down here, took advantage of it. I mean, we can get more news out there for our local kids, our local sports, our youth sports that nobody talks about: sailing, weightlifting, cheerleading. I mean, these are things that these kids deserve recognition. But I got to give you credit there, buddy. That's a great logo that's right behind me. That's why I zoomed out so people can see that logo.
It looks fantastic, and I think and you and I talk about it all the time. We're just going to keep working to make it bigger and better. I think from having children who are athletes and you having children who are athletes, the amount of time and energy that our kids put into their athletics deserves recognition, whether they are an all-star, all-region, or if they're the kid on the end of the bench who never misses a practice.
Yep.
I was an okay athlete, okay, but I didn't work hard like my son and my daughter work.
Yeah.
I didn't take it as seriously as they do. And I think, the kids who really put their heart and soul into it, like you said, those are the kids that we really want to help gain some notoriety. Not necessarily just the ones who are going to get college scholarship, but some of the ones like, some of the South Effingham High School sent us a bunch of tennis players. I don't think any of those kids are going to play college tennis, but they had a great experience. And, Kayla Rogers and Mackenzie Peavy were both on a team that went to a state championship in junior team league tennis. Hey, they worked hard to get to that point. You did a great thing today, live streaming the college announcement for Bethesda's Jaden Wright. I mean, how cool is that? That kid got live streamed on Facebook, and hundreds of people watched. A lot of people commented. People were honking their horns.
Ceremony.
Wasn't that incredible? When I was a kid, nobody, you sign a scholarship, you get a little note in the Savannah Morning News, just sign a scholarship. Now we got a guy covering it, talking to his principal and his coaches. I thought that was exciting, man. I think we should do more of that.
Hey, you know what? I've been blessed. I go back 2 or 3 weeks on the Call Demasi Sports Report, which I'm doing the same thing now. Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live. Of course, the Savannah Mall is closed down, but Jay Wetherington asking me if he could announce where he's going, and it just so happened he's going to Presbyterian to play baseball. Man. So how ironic is that? And when I talked to Coach Turner, you talked to Coach Turner, and we said, well, let's do this on Facebook Live, and he was all over it. And once again, this is new to me. I'll be honest with you, people. I know I'm a novice. This is not my 100% livelihood, even though it seems like I put more than 100% into this. But I'm trying to get the word out there. I'm trying to make the kids seen. And of course, we had everything connected. We were in, it's called the broadcast booth. We had everything working. And as soon as we click live, the audio cuts out. So we had to be honest with you, people. I know I'm a novice. I can hear you over there.
I was looking at our live broadcast. I heard you twice.
So, it went off, but after about 3 minutes, we came back and did the whole thing on. That's when we saw the parade go by his house. You could watch it. It's still up on the Prep Sports Report or Call Demasi Prep Sports Report YouTube page. I don't know how many cars were going by, Steve.
I was watching with my son. And it's funny. I told him, I said, you know what? I'd love for you to announce that you're going to play golf in Presbyterian one day. And he laughed and he said, no, I'm going to Duke.
Nice. Trent Broadnex is going in to play football.
Jack wants to go there and play golf. So we'll see. But I think the thing that I've been excited about over the past couple of weeks is just the ability to hear from people, take their stories, put it on the website, share it to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. And, it's incredible. Hundreds of people see these posts that we do. We put up these stories and 100, 1,200, 900, stuff like that. People really are seeing, and I think it's going to make them more aware of how many hardworking, high character young people there are in our community that, have sports as an outlet. And of course, to me, it's just another feather in the cap of our community that so many of these kids are noteworthy. We've gotten 5, 6, 3 or 4 dozen notes from people saying, "Hey, my daughter's doing this, my kid's doing this." Without the Prep Sports Report, nobody's going to hear about that. I'm really looking forward to telling more stories. I'm really looking forward to live sports, to be honest with you. But
Yeah,
in
we
addition
all
to that,
are. We
telling
all
more
are.
stories. Just letting people know about all the success that our kids are having in the community.
Now, I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does happen, May 6th, they're supposed to start the South Korean Baseball League. So I hope ESPN or somebody goes out there and starts covering it so we can see a little baseball. I don't care who it is.
I'm not above watching that, Carl. I'd watch it right now. I've been
Well,
watching. I've gotten so bad that I'm watching digitally remastered highlights of golf tournaments from the 80s and the 70s. I'm ready for some sports, man. I tell you, and I'm ready for. I said, we're lucky. We've got golf tournaments this weekend, and we're going to be we're going to be responsible, and we're going to be careful, and we're going to be safe. But I can't wait just to get out there around some people from a safe distance and just see these 11 and 12-year-olds compete and put their skills to the test. I never realized how much I would miss competition. I really do. I miss seeing my kids compete. I miss watching competition, just learning about it, the news.
Yep.
There's no news about games, and I can't wait for it to come back.
Well, once again, Bethesda, Jaden Wright signing today with Presbyterian to play football. The kid's unbelievable. And I'm going to tell you right now, and Steve's going to back me up right here. Go to the PrepSportsReport.com, check out the senior spotlights, give us information, and we will put something together for your child, for your athlete. Like Steve said,
absolutely.
They don't have to be the all-world athlete. They don't have to be the first team player. They're involved in sports. You want to get them some publicity, let us know. I mean, it's for kids.
And listen, if you've got somebody who wants to do a live broadcast with Carl, we'll interview your son, your daughter, your team, your coach. We want as many voices as possible on the Prep Sports Report. We'll use Facebook. We'll use Twitter. We'll use our website. I think Carl and I both share a similar commitment and devotion to making this into the number one resource for youth sports news in this area, and we can do it. And we've already heard from so many people, and I know we're going to hear from more. I would say we're off to a great start, and just can't wait to keep it going.
That's what we got to do. Well, we can go on and on here, and I know you got things to do. I got things to do. So once again, we'll do this once a week. We'll have a Prep Sports Report broadcast once a week, every week, to let you know where we're at, what's going on.
Maybe Carl, next week we'll have a special guest. We'll find a special guest to come on, so people don't have to look at my unshaven face.
I can add up to 5 more people. Well, 4 more people between me and you. We can get up to 6 people on here.
Let's do it, man. Let's get as many people as we can.
Let's brainstorm it. So you wants to come on and do a round table? That'd be a lot of fun too.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Once again, brand new website, PrepSportsReport.com. Got to thank Stephen Weeks for revamping the whole thing with his crew over there. And it's unbelievable. It looks great. You got any ideas? You got any comments? Just let us know. Just give us a shout out, email us, text us. Hey, my number's on 24/7, 912-507-9158. Text me, give me an idea. Go to Facebook, the Prep Sports Report. Give us a message there. Go to Call the Mossy Sports Report. Give us a message there. Go to Elmo Weeks and give him a message.
Absolutely.
So,
we appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, have a lot of fun this week getting out there on the golf course.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thanks, Steve. Once again, Stephen Elmo Weeks. I mean, local guy. Been here his whole life. I mean, went to school here, went to college at Georgia. I mean, he's like me. Local sports. He was a sports columnist for the Savannah Morning News. He was the golf guru after Tim Geidera gave it up. But, Stephen has branched out. He's got his own business now. And I'm telling you right now, check out the website because it's his company that built that website. I've been doing this for 20 years. It's been a passion of mine. Way back in 2000, Deb Morell, a co-teacher at St. Andrew's School, we came up with the idea, let's highlight the kids more. And it's still around. It hasn't gone away. The magazine, has gone off. But now we're doing the website. And Maybe someday we'll have a digital magazine. Someday we'll bring back. And like Steve said, I would love to have Ashley Deering Award banquet. I mean, it's never been done before. So we need to get on top of that. So 20 minutes is up. It's the coach, Carl DeMasi, with the Prep Sports Report. And my guest tonight, my co-host tonight, was the columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks. Hey, have a great week. Don't forget Saturday, the Carl DeMasi Sports Report, live from the Sound Garden at Coach's Corner. I got a really big show, really big. We got a Georgia High School State Association official coming on. We got a new basketball coach coming on. And, of course, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week will be on also. 9 o'clock until about 10:15, it's the coach of the AD from the Sound Garden with the Carl DeMasi Sports Report. Stay safe. Social distancing still in effect. Let's keep on going. Remember, one day for one life. You got to keep it going. Talk to you guys later. I'm out of here.